All right. Hello, everybody. We should be live. I believe we are. Hello, guys. My name is Harry Rice. I all Canadians hockey games, and today we had two big things going on. Number one, the Canadiens and the Bruins facing for the third time this year, the third of four meetings that these two teams will have this season. And it was the NHL Trade Deadline 2022 edition. The Canadiens were sellers. We have three trades to discuss for the Canadiens. We are going to get into those, but firstly, we have the comments like usual. I'll go over the lineups. We'll talk about the trades. We'll go through my game recap, give the stats, and then we'll go through the outro. So, conservative lawyer, how's it going, my guy? That's Jeff Petrie for you. Don't know why he wasn't gone today. I would have been fine with the seventh rounder, to be honest. Gabriel, me too, honestly. I think the reason we didn't trade Jeff Petrie was more than likely just because we couldn't get a solid enough return, or a team just didn't want him yet. I'd assume if we want to trade Petrie, which I'm very happy that he wants out, because we don't want him here either, is that we'll be able to get it done in the offseason. I'm assuming the Jeff Petrie trade will be done in the offseason. So yeah. Habs should have traded Jerome. We got Bob back in here. Hell yeah. Watch us turn that demon Edmonton gave into Petrie 2.0 without the very bad season. Hopefully Showtime. That'd be awesome. No, I agree with you, Gabriel. I agree. We got stiffed with interference. I agree, Showtime. We did, man. We really did. Zach, let's go, my guy. Today was too busy. Or Carter. I believe that's Carter, actually. I agree, Carter. Today was really busy, and I was all for it. I was all for this trade deadline. I love the deadline. Hey there, Harry. Tough loss. Clifford, thank you for coming by, my guy. Also, by the way, guys, like usual, please let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm using the webcam mic once again. I did have a mic that I could have used today. However, I'm not too confident in the box that I'm using. I'm not too confident in the box I'm using, so that's why I'm trying to get a USB mic. And B, it has this little click that happens every couple seconds. It's not like super audible. It's just like a little like click, click, click. It's just like in the background. But I'm sure it would get annoying for a lot of people, so I don't want to bother you guys with that. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you. I thought they were going to pull out the win. Me too, my guy, Clifford. When they were leading with 3 minutes left. Exactly, Clifford. You can't win them all. I mean, hell, I'll take being last place if it means a better chance of getting first overall. Gabriel, I remember a couple years ago when people said Sergachev was a huge loss for the Habs. Exactly. I'd rather have Justin friggin' Barron, Logan Mailloux, Caden Gooley, Jordan Harris, Jaden Struble. Exactly. I would much rather have those guys. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you. It's Zach. Hey, let's go. Zach finally got into this count. Yeah, 6 videos I saw you kept posting in the Jets channel. I was like, oh my god, for Zach, man. This dude's just like, oh god. Anybody who refers to the current general manager of the Montreal Canadiens as anything other than went woos will not be tolerated. Exactly, Jacob. I could not agree more. Do you think Mailloux gets a chance? Yes. Or gets traded? Because when I look at our prospects, we have Gooley, Harris, Barron, Romanoff on top 4. I don't know what the new management feels on Mailloux. Well, that's the problem, Showtime, is I can't judge if Mailloux – I do think Mailloux will at least get a chance. At least I do think he will get a chance. I think every one of our defensive prospects will at least get a chance for sure. But I don't know. I think it depends how they play. Because for me, out of all those guys that you mentioned, those 5, Gooley, Harris, Barron, Romanoff, and Mailloux, those guys that you mentioned, I don't know if I see Jordan Harris being a consistent top 4 defenseman. I think I see him more as a bottom pair guy. Plays really well. More fit for a bottom pair role, though. Because I see Gooley Mailloux, for example, well, probably now Gooley and Barron, since we just got a probable top 4 defenseman. And then probably Romanoff, Mailloux. That's probably what I see. And then Harris with, say, for example, Legason. I don't think Legason's going to be around in 4 years, for example. We'll see. But, for example, Harrison and Legason, I do see something like that. So, yeah, I definitely think Mailloux will get a chance to prove himself in the NHL. I don't know how new management does feel on him, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that they do give him a chance because I really like Logan Mailloux. I'm honestly sad that Lehkonen is gone. Gabriel, I'm kind of sad too. However, I'm very happy about it because of the return we got. So yeah. What did you think of the Canucks unloading Travis Hamonic and his $3 million contract, then flipping the pick for Travis Dermott, $1.5 million cheaper? Should have just kept the first round pick, Clifford. I understand you guys needed. I understand you guys needed. I understand you guys needed a defenseman, but here's the thing. You got a third round, exactly, Clifford. You got a third round pick for Travis Hamonic. I would have just kept that. I would have just been like, hey, Travis Dermott, you're worth a fifth. Because Travis Dermott, there's no way he's worth a pick. So yeah, for me, I would have just kept the pick. I think if the Canucks can draft well, I would have rather kept the pick. Not necessarily like, oh, call it quits on this year, obviously, but I would have just been like, hey, or at least if you're going to find a good defenseman, at least get a good defenseman. Don't get Travis Dermott. So for me, I'm not a fan of I'm a big fan of the Canucks unloading Travis Hamonic to get a third, but I'm not a fan of flipping that pick to get Travis Dermott personally. Who votes on this poll? I have no clue, Randy. I genuinely have no clue. I'm looking at it right now. It's really weird. I heard a lot of Samsonov rumors, so I was somewhat thinking Montreal could go for him today. Showtime, yeah, I was wondering that too, but I wasn't. But for me, I was just like, meh. You know, I was like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever. Funny enough, I completely forgot about the Samsonov rumors today. But if it does happen in the offseason, I'll be interested to see what happens. Tough loss night, but Edmonton made a defensive blunder. Randy, I think that second goal, which is or is it the first goal? Which goal is it that Edmonton made the blunder? Because I think it might have been not Armia. I forget who it was, but it was someone else. Replace free agent with Savard. I forgot about him. He's an elite talent. Thank you, Jacob. I did not read that comment. I skipped over it, unfortunately. Next year, Romanoff, free agent, potentially Letang, as some people are speculating. Edmondson Baron, if he's ready. Harris Sheneman. Interesting, Jacob. I've actually heard things that we are sorry, boys. Potentially giving Caden Gooley a look in the NHL next year. And I would very much like that. I would very much like to give Caden Gooley a look. If he's ready over Harris, I'd rather go with Gooley and Harris. I do like keeping Sheneman in the lineup. I think Sheneman has really impressed me since he's been with the Canadiens. It's so weird. When we first signed him, I mentioned in the stream, was like, yeah, we signed this Corey Sheneman kid. Whatever, he's an AHL guy. And then he comes up and it's like, hey, Corey Sheneman is in the lineup because we're out defenseman. And now it's like, yeah, no, Corey Sheneman's like actually pretty good. I really like Corey, so that's pretty funny. I like that. Bob, how's it going, my guy? Much appreciated that you would come by, my good sir. Hey, Harry, I've never been so conflicted in my life. I love Flower with an unbreakable passion, and seeing him losing in Chicago made me so pissed at Vegas. And now with the news about Dadonov, I don't know what to think about this franchise's morals. That they don't have any. Trading Fleury for literally nothing. And then trading Dadonov for essentially Ryan Kessler's contract. When both of those things they probably could have legitimately gotten an asset out of, even if they have to retain a little bit on either or. They could have legitimately gotten asset for both Leonard and Dadonov. I just think it's scummy. They acquire Fleury in the expansion draft, and then they're just like, hey, yeah, Fleury, fuck off. You're going to Chicago. And then, yeah, Dadonov traded there. I mean, to be fair, Dadonov just wasn't really doing that good in Vegas, so that one I can kind of understand. But still, just to trade him for a cap dump and Ryan Kessler's LTIR contract, I don't get that. GM Ken Hughes. By the way, guys, I'm sorry. Holy shit, there's a lot of goddamn comments to get through. Hell yeah, let's go. GM Ken Hughes confirms that newly acquired defenseman Justin Barron will get a chance to play with the Habs when he arrives. He said they'll allow him to practice before he plays his first game. Really, Gabriel. Source interview with Alan Corrette on RDS. Thank you, Gabriel. Interesting. So, wow, so Justin Barron. I'm wondering who gets the boot then. I'm assuming it would be Weidman. I'm assuming it would most likely be Weidman coming out of the lineup, even though he is very offensive. I would think it would be Chris Weidman for Justin Barron, or Justin Barron coming in for Chris Weidman. That's interesting. Second time Boston goal. I'd have to get to it in the recap because I forget. Like, I know how it was scored, but I don't know if that one was if that one was on Edmonton. I hope Baron plays with Romanov. Showtime, that would be sick. That would be really awesome. Get Romanov and Baron. But I understand why they have Romanov and Savard, because Romanov is still young. He's going to make mistakes, and Savard is there to be that veteran. Hey, look, when you do this, that kind of help him out type of veteran at this point now under Marty St. Louis, I should say. So I would like to see Baron playing with Romanov, but I understand why they would probably going to keep Romanov with Savard and put Sheneman with Baron probably. Yes, Marchand did have a very great assist on Armia's beauty. We will get to that for sure. So does getting Marc-Andre Fleury make the Wild a Stanley Cup dark horse? Clifford, kind of, yeah, kind of. If Marc-Andre Fleury, if the Wild get the Marc-Andre Fleury of say 2017 or I guess maybe 2009 because he won the Cup then, or the first few years of Vegas, then yeah, no, they're a dark horse Stanley Cup contender for sure. And funny enough, I was joking in my server, my Sim League server 2 days ago, oh, Stanley Cup final, Florida, Minnesota. And now it's looking like it genuinely could maybe happen if Fleury becomes Fleury. So yeah, I definitely think Minnesota's a big-time Stanley Cup dark horse for sure. Hey, Harry. David, how's it going, my guy? Haven't checked in for a while. Nice to see the Habs improved. Hell yeah, David. Me too, my guy. I am scared that we are in – I am scared, though, that we are not in last place because I really want to get a really good player. So I'm worried that we're not in last place, but I think we will get back there. I'm hoping so. X3, how are you, my guy? I'm hoping that you my guy, you are perfectly fine, and I hope you enjoyed the game, despite the fact Habs lost. I'd give Julian Harris a year in the AHL. You Sheneman with some crappy old free agent. Well, you can't say just like crappy old free agent. I'd sign someone who's at least NHL competent, you know? And this might be a hot take, but I would maybe grab Zdeno Chara. I like Zdeno Chara, even though he's probably a 7th defenseman at this stage of his career. If you can get Zdeno Chara just for 1 year, teach some of the kids, hell, maybe even Julian Harris, because I don't play full-time next year, which I don't think Gouli will. I do think he would just get a bit of a demo in the NHL. Even if they get the 9 games in the NHL so their ELCs doesn't remove a year. I forget what it's called exactly, but so the year doesn't lapse on their ELC. I think Chara would be a great guy to pick up to teach Sheneman, Romanov, Gouli, Harris, Baron, if those guys get their chances in the AHL, even NHL, even if it's just for, like I said, the 9-game like trial, then yeah, I'd go for Chara. He did want to come to Montreal last year, had it not been for the COVID restrictions and all that. So who knows? I'm pretty sure he's going to retire after this year, though. But if he doesn't, we'll see. Oh, you didn't ask Dadonov for his modified no-trade clause. Yeah, that's kind of scummy then, Marcus. That's kind of scummy. I think Gouli will be ready probably Showtime. That's what I do think. Harris is probably AHL bound, but I do think he gets a few chances if we do sign him. They're reviewing the Dadonov trade because they traded him without letting him know. God, Vegas, you fucking suck, my guy. No offense to you, Marcus. The team sucks. The management sucks. The fans are meh, but you're a good fan. You're a good Vegas fan, my guy. I understand that the Marc-Andre Fleury deal is a second-round pick that becomes a first if certain criteria are met. So both teams kind of win as the deal is structured. Exactly, Bob. Yes, exactly. It is a first-round pick. I want to say if the Minnesota Wild make the conference finals in the West and Fleury, I want to say it gets 4 wins or gets half of their wins or it's something like, or plays half their games. It's something like that. The Minnesota Wild have to get to the Western Conference Finals, and then I believe it's if Fleury plays in half their games. It's something like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Fleury does, and it looks good. Yeah, I wish Petrie gets kicked when Braun arrives. Me too, my guy. But yeah, $6.25 million. You have to at least somewhat get Petrie points if you want to hope to trade him in the offseason. Wonder how many rookie defensemen will start next year. I say 1, maybe 2. Well, excluding Romanov and Sheneman because they're technically rookies this year. Probably Gouli, I think. Could you say technically Justin Barron? Because I think he plays, 20 games? Say say he plays, 16 games. Say he misses, 2 games and practices and whatever. Say 16 games. I think he would still be a rookie next year. So yeah, I think Gouli does get into the NHL lineup. I think Barron gets the 9-game trials and the 9-game trial, and we'll see from there how he's progressing. So I'd say 1, maybe 2, like you, Randy. I think it depends. He comes in, and Yeah. I think over these next 16 games and obviously in training camp next year and over the summer how he develops, I think that'll be interesting. Romanov fixes Savard's mistakes more than Savard. That is probably very true. That is very true. Showtime. Will you cheer for the Leafs playoffs? Yeah, fuck it. Why not, David? Unless they're playing the Panthers. I really like the Florida Panthers, and I'd really like to see them go far. Plus, it'd be fun to laugh at the Maple Leafs again for not getting out of the first round. But at the same time, it would be very fun to make fun of the Florida Panthers for breaking the Toronto Maple Leafs first round exit streak. That would be very fun. But yeah, I'll cheer for the Leafs. My best friend's a Leafs fan. Like I said, yeah, fuck it, I'll cheer for the Leafs in the playoffs. I'd rather loudly shit. I'd rather loudly shit into my ear before I cheer for the Leafs. Understandable, Gabriel. The one thing the Leafs needed was a goalie, and they didn't get it. I agree. Showtime. Apparently, Harry Sateri was the guy they brought in to fix their goaltending woes. Harry Sateri. Flames legend. Harry Sateri. And Bob mentions Calgary. What a beauty. But then he got claimed by Arizona because they literally needed a goaltender. They had one goaltender under contract, and that was Karel Vejmelka. So they kind of had to claim a goaltender on waivers. They didn't want Moracek's albatross of a contract. And so yeah, they claimed Harry Sateri, who I want to see him get a chance in the NHL. I like Harry Sateri. No, it's not just because he has the same first name as me, though. That is a good reason as to why. Um, but sorry, I have my PS3 on right now because I don't want to close it because I'm doing stuff for my sim league, so I just have to keep turning the I just have to keep pushing buttons so it doesn't turn off. What was I saying? Yeah, I want to see Harry Sateri get a chance because I really like the kid. He's like 29 at this point, I think. But it'd be cool. You know, it'd be cool to see maybe an Andrew Hammond story. Not necessarily like he goes off 21-3 or whatever. But, you know, he plays, say, 6 games, 4-0-1, 4-1-1, for example, 904 save percentage, you know, 2.78 goals against average. It'd be cool to see him come in, have a decent little run, and be like, huh. And a team goes, you know what? Hey, let's take a waiver, Harry Sateri. Let's see how he does as a backup. And I think it'd be cool. You know, it'd be really fun. So many Leafs fans thinking Jared Dano will make them win a series. Yes, Gabriel, exactly. It won't. You can have the best defense in the world, but you can't win a series. Exactly, Gabriel. If your goalie doesn't stop the puck. And right now it's looking like Jack Campbell is a one-year wonder. It's looking like that. I'd rather see the Leafs win it all than see Tampa win 3 in a row. It's just boring at this point. I agree, Clifford. Harry, I know the trade deadline is over, but deal or no deal in the offseason. To Montreal, Brock Besser, an 8x8 Jack Rathbone. To Vancouver, a 2022 first. No fucking deal. No fucking deal at all. I'm not giving up Sean Farrell. We're not giving up a first, and we're not giving up a second-round pick just to get Brock Besser. Jack Rathbone's kind of whatever. We're not doing that. I'd rather not doing that. I guarantee. Tampa's Corey Perry, they'll make the finals and lose this year. A Western team will win. Well, Showtime, as long as it's Florida, I'm fine with that. I think the Leafs could ride Colgren. I don't think that, Clifford. I don't think they could run Colgren to a goddamn cup run. He's looked okay, but no. In the playoffs, he's going to fall apart. The stress is going to come to him, I think. Ladle is like a spoon. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. I did not know what a ladle is. Thank you. All right, so the opening lines for the Canadiens were Caulfield, Suzuki, Anderson, Hoffman, Pitlick, Dauphin, Drouin, Dvorak, Armia. We were so close to having the triple D line. Pizzetta, Evans, Byron were the offensive pairings. The offensive lines. Edmondson, Petrie, Romanov, Savard returning to the lineup for the first time in exactly 20 games. And Sheneman, Weidman were the defense pairings. Jake Allen gets yet another start after having been on fire his last 2 games. And it would kind of continue into this game. He'd be pretty goddamn good. And Samuel Montembeault would back him up as he's needed some rest. The opening lines for the Bruins were Marchand, Studnicka, DeBrusk, Hull, Howla, Pastrnak, Frederick, Coyle, Smith. Not Frederick Coyle Smith, but Frederick with Coyle and Smith. Understandable mistake. And Foligno, Nosek with Lazar. Where the offensive pairings, very interestingly out of the lineup, was Patrice Bergeron. Colgren has played 3 fucking games. You can't base predictions on the goalie after 3 damn games. Exactly. Last year Leafs fans thought Campbell should have won the Vezina, even though he played like 20 games. Also, Gabriel, I think you were the one that posted on my Discord, I think, the thing about how Leafs fans last year were like, oh, Kirill Kaprizov's too old to win the Calder, and now they're like, oh, Michael Bunting should win the Calder. Were you the guy that posted that? I think you were. Yeah, you were. Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's like, oh, Leafs fans, I guarantee last year, or in 2020, for example, say Carey Price. Say Carey Price played 27 games and he had somehow say like a 972 1.14 goals against average for I'm just spitballing. Say had that in say 34 games. I know I said 27. But let's just say 34 games. And Leafs fans are like, "Oh, you need to play more than half the games in your team's lineup to in your team's games to be nominated for the Vezina." And then they're like, "Oh, he didn't play half, but it's a lockout shortened season. He would have played half. Campbell should be Vezina." I find that really funny. I love that. That's great. What I want is Calgary to lose first round, gives the best pick for Montreal. Florida Panthers to make it so far. They are tired. Hopefully next season. So hopefully, Showtime. That is very big brain. I don't think Calgary does lose first round. It'd be nice for them to for a pick, but I do want to see them go on a little run. It'd be fun. And yeah, I want the Panthers to win a goddamn cup, and I want every series to go fucking 7 games, quadruple overtime every single game. That would be ideal for us. Jets finally letting me nap on the song after the song day. Hell yeah, Zach, let's go. You get that, Zach. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get that Zach nappy nap hype in the chat, boys. Let's go. Exactly. Showtime. It gives the best picks for us. Hell yeah. Exactly. But the defense springs for the Bruins were Riley McAvoy, Grizzly Carlo, and Forbert Clifton. Jeremy, yes, Zach, yeah. 6 videos, my guy. But here's the thing. I wanted to go live today for the trade deadline, but last week I saw, like, oh shit, Habs are playing the Bruins. I can't go live for the deadline because, A, notifications probably wouldn't get sent out, not like they do get sent out anyways, but they probably wouldn't get sent out on here. For this stream. Last stream they probably would have. But if I streamed, plus my voice would be shot. Plus the Wi-Fi probably wouldn't have worked that much anyways because I did actually have some Wi-Fi issues while the deadline was going on. But it was mostly a thing of I'm trying to think of Canadiens did this move, and I'd have to be on sorry, boys. I'd have to be on Twitter, which is going to eat into the Wi-Fi, which would have sucked. So, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It would have sucked if I streamed, but I kind of wish I did, honestly. So yeah, Zach, I get what you mean, my guy. Leafs fans last year, OMG, Campbell is such a good goalie. He should win the Vezina. Leafs fans this year, oh no, Campbell's just having a rough patch. Exactly, Gabriel, exactly. Oilers fans said W for the Kulak trade. Some of them, your thoughts? Well, Showtime. I like Kulak defensively. I think he's a really, really good defenseman. Like I said, defensively, I don't know if he's worth the second-round pick. I don't know if he's worth the second-round pick. I love Kulak. Again, really like him, but that's a massive W for the Canadiens. We fleeced the shit out of the Oilers, in my opinion. I mean, here's the thing. It also depends on what other teams are offering. If there was any other teams in on Kulak, if the offer was, say, oh, we'll give a fourth, we'll give a third, we'll give a third and a prospect, we'll give a second, we'll give a second and William Legason, and the other team was like, all right, yeah, no, we're out. If they want to take that, do it, So, like, for me, it's a big W for the Canadiens, and I think it really depends on what the asking price started as for Brett Kulak and if it was a bidding war or not. Leafs fans this season, yeah, fuck you, Mrazek, exactly. First year of his 3-year contract. And Leafs fans are like, oh, yeah, Mrazek and Campbell, they're going to split the starts. They're going to be so good. They're going to win us the William M. Jennings. It's like, yeah, no, they're not. And what a shock, they're not. Me and Jake were, like, FaceTiming for hours, being each other's emotional support. Goddamn, Zach. I can understand. I saw you both posting in my server, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I thought Jake was at work for some reason. I don't know why. I was like, oh, shit, is he posting these vids at work? And I was just, after a few hours, I was like, wait, no, he can't be at work. How would he be making the thumbnails? So, yeah, I can understand. Pretty crazy Ovechkin, who is 36 and a half, is on pace for 43 goals, 48 to 701 points. That is legitimately crazy. That is legitimately crazy. Clifford, I agree, my guy. And yeah, Showtime. I'm surprised Holland didn't claim Mrazek either, or didn't claim Harry Sateri. I'm genuinely surprised by that. Yeah, cops details weren't released exactly. Yeah, Zach. So I think didn't you guys make the video? And I because I didn't watch it. You guys were probably just what like, hey yo, yeah, Comp got traded, but we don't know what for yet. Yeah, Clifford. Yeah, Ovechkin will be the oldest 50 goal scorer in the NHL. That is legitimately insane. Well, yeah, Cameron, we have to let Boston win because Boston versus Toronto in the first round is inevitable. Let it happen. Leafs fans, let it happen. You're destined to lose in 7 to the Boston Bruins. Let it happen. 4 times in a decade. It's bound to happen. Just let it be. Don't disrupt the don't don't disrupt the path we're headed towards. Thank you, boys. Thank you. Um we let them win because exactly Showtime, exactly. Other than Marc-Andre Fleury, that was very fun. Thank you, boys, for letting me do that. I want to point out viewers who are coming and just hearing me say, "Just let it happen. It's inevitable," are probably just like, "What is this guy doing?" They're probably like that. I like that very much. Other than Marc-Andre, that were an upgrade on Leafs Campbell, so they did nothing really. Curious. Islanders have 14 UFAs and didn't trade one of them. Oh, Bob, here's the thing. The Islanders are going to want to contend next year. They're not going to do a rebuild. If they were 100% about going to rebuild, they would have traded some of them. They wouldn't have re-signed Clutterbuck, and they wouldn't have re-signed Friese. They would have traded those guys. They would have traded Char. They would have traded whoever else they have as a UFA. Varlamov, they would have probably dealt him. So for me, I don't think the Islanders want to go into a rebuild. I'm actually fine with them keeping all of their UFAs. Because sure, they could have gotten picks, but like, what's the likelihood they would have gotten anything of really good value that it's worth trading for them? That's worth trading them for. As the hockey guy brought it up, is an asset more valuable? I think it was the hockey guy. Is an asset more valuable to deal him off for whatever you can get for him, or is it worth more to the team to keep him and re-sign him, for example, or attempt to re-sign him? Cal Clutterbuck, for example, and Zach Parise. Was it better to get, say, a third-round pick, fourth-round pick for Zach Parise, or re-sign him on a one-year deal and use him next year? I think it was more worth it, in my opinion, instead of getting a third or a fourth for Parise, signing him, and you're able to use him in your bottom 6 again next year. Because I think he's been pretty good. He's a good third liner still. I like Zach Parise. Islanders fans seem to like Zach Parise, so I am surprised they didn't deal like one of their UFAs. But who's gonna pay a 7th for someone who's in the AHL? Because I'm sure they have a few guys in the AHL that are UFAs. So who's gonna pay more than a 6th for Sebastian Aho? No offense to Sebastian Aho, but realistically, who's going to pay more than a 6th for a 7th defenseman? People still calling exactly Gabriel. Dubas is a dog shit general manager. I could not agree more, my guy. Stevie Y, best team in league. I don't know about that, Gabriel. I don't know about that. I don't know. Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon are already making a run for Stevie Y's crown. Harry, who in your opinion is the worst GM for me? Yeah, Ron Francis. I'd agree. Ron Francis. Actually, no, Ken Holland. Ken Holland, kind of easily the worst GM in the league, in my opinion. You had to wait. Oh, shit, Zach. That sucks. I never said Mrazek would be good in Toronto. Cameron, sure. Whatever happened to that that crazy Rary heist? I don't know, Bob. Resistance is futile. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Gabriel, yeah, exactly. Rent Ruse over Letty L. Exactly. I don't know how to feel after that. Marcus, you don't. Exactly. Let it happen, Toronto. Exactly, Gabriel. Thank you. Exactly, Cameron. Dubas is not good. I just imagine Toronto's slogan on the playoff shirts, let it happen. Exactly. Now that Jim Benning's gone. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Jim Benning. That is true. He did get you guys JT Miller, and he did get you 10 games of Tyler Toffoli. There's no way the Islanders will go after all 14 of those UFAs. They didn't make the playoffs this year with them. So, here's the thing, Bob, because they kind of got fucked. The schedule, they had something like 12 straight home games, something like that. 12 straight road games, I should say, to start the year before UBS opened. So that was kind of bad. They didn't get shut down very much like the Canadiens, and I don't like this. I think both should have been shut down. Same with like the Senators. Just because they had players that could play when COVID was going through the locker room, I feel all of the organizations that had COVID should have been shut down for a time. They got screwed over with that, and there was varying factors that went in. So, yeah. But yeah, all 14 of those UFAs. I'm gonna look real quick. This is gonna turn to an Islander stream real quick. If only Kim was here. She's doing her Kim and the Crease podcast. Go check it out, by the way. So they have Zdeno Chara, who's a UFA. Yeah, maybe won't resign him. Who knows? Maybe they will. I'm not too sure. Andy Green, I think they like Andy Green. I think they would want to resign him. I'm just not too sure though. I feel like maybe they would. Sebastian Aho, maybe. I don't know if they like how he's developing or not, but if they do, they might try and resign him. Oh, Varlamov has another year left. Okay, so Varlamov has another year left. Thomas Hickey, I don't know if anyone's going to trade for that contract. I don't know if anyone likes the Thomas Hickey contract. Andy Andronoff, I don't think anyone's going to trade more than maybe a sixth for Andy Andronoff. I don't know if it's worth it. Andy Zarnik, or Austin Zarnik, he was placed on waivers. He didn't get claimed. I don't think anyone was going to give up an asset. Again, Thomas Hickey, no one's going to take that cap hit. Paul Ledoux, don't know who's going to give up an asset for him. Mitch Vandersompel, no one's going to give an asset for him. Grant Hutton, no one's going to give an asset for him. Corey Schneider, I guess maybe a team would have traded for him for his name. Like Arizona maybe would have traded a seventh for him as a backup, maybe. But is it worth it? And Ken Appleby, no one's going to give up a pick for him, you know. Hey, Sons, how's it going, my guy? Thank you very much for coming by my beautifully bright gamer word. As a good Leafs fan, I'm saying Dubas is ass. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it. If Toronto had went woos, you'd win the cup exactly, Showtime. They would if they had went woos. We had a terrible trade deadline. Darkness, I think you guys actually got a little bit better. I like Nick Leddy for you guys. I like Nick Leddy. Good defenseman in my opinion. Not super fast, but I like him. I think he's pretty okay. And hell yeah. I don't like swearing. No problem, Cameron. Don't worry about it, my guy. All good. Jeremy Swim got the starting role, and Linus Ullmark was backing him up. I disagree. Nick Leddy's the opposite. Really, Darkness, what did you guys think you needed? I am captain. Oh, God. No, Marcus. Oh, no. Before the game, holy shit, what a deadline for the Canadiens. Garlic bread. Hell yeah. So we're going to discuss the 3 trades real quick. I don't want to get into this too much just because I plan on making a video. I'm probably not going to film it tonight. I'm probably going to film it tomorrow and put it out tomorrow. But I'm planning, and don't guarantee this, but potentially discussing every deadline deal. I'm not 100% sure yet, but maybe I will. But for sure, the Canadiens deals, I will discuss the Canadiens deals in a video. Maybe the whole deadline, not 100% sure. I did that, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I didn't do it last year because I forgot. But 2 years ago, I did a recap of the whole trade line the night it happened. It was very fun, but, you know, just didn't get many views. They got a decent amount, but not a whole lot. But I will make a video recapping at least the Canadiens trades, giving my full thoughts. Maybe the whole deadline, not guaranteed though, potentially. What we needed a top 4 defenseman that was good at getting the puck out of the defense zone. So we needed more of a stay-at-home defenseman who can play top 4 minutes with Parayko. Isn't that terrible? Oh, that's Hines saying terrible. Leddy isn't that terrible. No, Leddy isn't that. I agree, Darkness. I mean, hey, we had a shiny Ben Sherrod on the trade block if you guys had just wanted to give up a first. But, yeah. Hines, I don't get how you can still say fuck the Habs and that they came out terribly. They are a much better team after these deals, in my opinion. They are a much better team. The first deal, which, funny enough, these actually happened in chronological order. These happened from when I chronicalized them, from the first that happened, the second, then the third. I thought Perreault was for sure getting traded today. Sandwich, I thought too. I thought it was going to be like, oh, Perreault back to Winnipeg for like a sixth or something. I thought that too. I was surprised. Leddy was good on power play. Really, Sons, good on power play. I didn't know that. I thought you guys only played in PK. Thank you for the reminder. By the way, boys, big shout out Rubik's Cubes. They are the shit. I love Rubik's Cubes. If you have any Rubik's Cubes, send them to me. If you have any Rubik's Cubes, send them to me. I'm going to start making a big-ass collage in the back. I'm going to put a bunch of Rubik's Cubes in the back and then move all my Habs stuff up. All my hockey stuff here up. So it's a big-ass colorful wall of Rubik's Cubes. And then my Habs stuff. Send me your Rubik's Cubes, boys. You can solve them in I thought there was a goddamn spider on my desk. But it's just one of those little, like, crawly things. Have those, like, red stripes on the back. They're not spiders. They're not deadly. They're just those little, like, crawler thingies. Exactly, Bob. A Rubik's Pyramid. Exactly. You can solve them in a minute. Hell yeah, Cameron. That's sick, my guy. Lucas, I am surprised Allen wasn't moved. Apparently, he was set to be moved in the Brett Kulak deal. Habs were – it's weird. The Brett Kulak deal got announced as, oh, Brett Kulak's going to Edmonton. Details don't come out for like half an hour. TSN takes it off their trade board, of the trades that have happened. it's announced or it's leaked that Kulak and Allen are in discussion to go to Edmonton, and then it's solely Brett Kulak. So Allen was apparently set to go to Edmonton, but I don't know if they respected his wishes, and he said like, hey, oh Jesus Christ, and he said like, hey, yeah, no, fuck this, I don't want to go to Edmonton. If it was like, yeah, no, these guys aren't giving us substantial value for Allen and Kulak, or if it was just a, hey, yeah, no, it's in discussion for a minute, but we don't want to get rid of Allen, you know? So that's interesting. A little help with YouTube vids. Yeah, Cameron, I think everybody gets help with YouTube videos when they first want to start solving Rubik's Cubes. Sandwich, I agree, they were great value. We're going to go over those. But the Montreal Canadiens, firstly, traded, if Allen was included in the deal, I would have guessed Edmonton. Sandwich, probably. I think they would have probably given a first-round pick. I don't know if we would have gotten this conditional second. I feel like it would have been the defenseman we got, which I'm going to go over in a second, a first, maybe a third, and then another pick maybe. I don't know if we would have gotten this much. It depends, because clearly we took Allen out for a reason, you know? So, yeah. But we traded defenseman Brett Kulak to the Edmonton Oilers. We got back 25-year-old defensive somewhat prospect William Legason, a conditional 2022 second-round pick, and a 2024 seventh-round pick. The condition is if 2022 second-round pick to Chicago, which is, I believe, per the trade, I want to say, Montreal would instead receive Edmonton's 2023 second. I don't know what the condition on the Keith trade is, because I just remembered literally like two seconds ago that it was the Duncan Keith trade. I was like, Seth Jones, I forgot what trade it was. But the Duncan Keith trade, I believe it's if Edmonton reaches like the second round or something, we will get their 2023 second. So we're going to be getting their 2022 second, basically. So, yeah. Is Sandwich Armia is the last Finnish player on the current lineup? Really, Sandwich? Holy shit, that's kind of cool. I thought this was a really good game until the final, 5 minutes. I thought this was a really fun game. The Knights are goofy for that Dadonov trade. Suns, I agree. I like Dadonov. I think he's a pretty good player. But yeah, goofy. I agree. Massive win for the Montreal Canadiens. I was expecting Kulak to fetch a fourth, maybe a third if a team slightly overpaid because of a bidding war. But yeah, getting a second defensive project and a seventh, I'm more than happy with it. We're guaranteed a second-round pick. We get a prospect and, well, a kind of prospect. William Legason's kind of whatever. And a seventh-round pick. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Suns, unfortunately, Byron did get robbed today. It was the reason he wasn't in the game. He ended up getting robbed on Sellers Lane, unfortunately. Boston is a way better, deeper team than the Habs, who have no talent at all, which would explain why we took them to overtime and lost solely because of the refs. And I think Yager played for Boston. Harry, what is it with you and liking Boston players? I don't know, Lindsay. I just fucking Yager. I just really like Boston players somehow. Don't know how, but I just players. Next up, the Montreal Canadiens. I want to say this happened about 30 minutes after the Kulak trade was legitimately announced. We ended up trading Artturi Lehkonen to the Colorado Avalanche. We got back a 2023 second-round pick and 20-year-old former first-rounder Justin Barron, or Justin Barron as he's called, but it's Justin Barron. It sounds more cooler in my opinion. Yeah. Montreal massively wins this deal. Artturi Lehkonen's a guy who's probably going to work really well in Colorado's system as their third liner. But I love Justin Barron. He was a guy, funny enough, in the 2019 draft. Or no, I think it was in 2020, that I was wanting the Canadiens to grab in, no, 2019, I think it was actually. I'm pretty sure it was 2019, actually. Whatever draft he was in, he was a guy that the Canadiens, I was hoping, oh, please fall to us in the second round, please fall to us. And then Colorado picked him. I was like, damn. And now we got him. I'm a massive fan of this deal. Plus, we get a second. We tech first and a second for Lehkonen. Massive win for the Canadiens. Colorado wins it now. Wins it away going forward, in my opinion. Yes, Harris loves Jaromir Jagr. Absolutely. Montreal, since Marty St. Louis took over, reminds me of a lot of the Isles before this year. A less talented team, but great coaching and able to compete with their opponents. Exactly, Darkness. That's exactly what we are, my guy. Chris Hansen. I think Baron and Gouli were a pair in the World Juniors. That does kind of sound familiar. Baron and Gouli being a pair in the World Juniors. That does sound a little bit familiar, Chris Hansen. Lucas, yes. I was a little bit sad to see Lehkonen go. I was very surprised to see that happen. But yeah, I agree. The return was amazing. I could not have asked for anything more without being greedy. I am massively happy with the return. A former first, and a second, a 20-year-old former first-round pick, by the way. Massively happy about this. Then, thirdly, the Montreal Canadiens traded goaltender, Habs legend, greatest goalie in Habs history, undefeated with the Habs, Andrew Hammond to the New Jersey Devils for project player Nate Schnarr. And I believe it was Ken Hughes who said this. It might have been Jeff Gordon. But Ken Hughes said, good goalies deserve a chance to play, and that's why he was sent to Jersey. I love that. And apparently the rumor is out there, and I might be believing this a little bit. The rumors that Carey Price is progressing a little bit better than expected, and he might be back in the next couple weeks, which is why we traded out Andrew Hammond. So that is very interesting. That is really interesting. That's pretty damn cool in my opinion. I really like that. John Tidor, how's it going, my guy? Imagine if Lou didn't sign Mr. Pylon or overpay Palmieri. Sons, you think he overpaid Palmieri? Really? Do you like Kid Rock? John Tidor? Yeah, I enjoy some Kid Rock stuff. I enjoy some ball with the ball, to bang, diggy, diggy. I enjoy some Kid Rock now and then. Poor Galley can never have a BFF in peace. Like, for real, every time he gets close to someone on the team, they get traded. Galchenyuk, De La Rose, Pacioretty, Domi, Toffoli, Lehkonen. Oh, God. Can Galley please become BFFs with fucking Petrie? Please? Please? John Tudor, hell yeah, let's go, my guy. Oh, yeah, true, he still has Pricey. Yeah, true, he does have Pricey. Hell yeah. All right, so 40 minutes in, we're finally going to start the stream. We're finally going to start the stream, boys. Time to end the stream. We're going to go over to the new one, and we're going to recap the game. No, we're finally time to restart. We're going to restart the stream, boys. It's finally time to recap the game 40 minutes in. It was either Bo or Palmieri. I feel like he overpaid Palmieri. I feel like Beauvillier is only like 23. Bro, if Galley becomes BFFs than Caulfield, I'm just going to be like, Galley, I'm going to grab my baseball bat, and I'm going to do something that I'm not going to say because I don't feel like getting sued. But I would go to him and very kindly and politely ask him to fuck off. Galley becomes close with himself. Galley loves playing with himself. That came out very wrong. God damn it. Don't clip me, boy. Son of a bitch. Galley should get close with Savard. Why are we talking about Galley getting close with these fucking players? This is sounding very wrong. I'm going to buy you 2 more. Yo, John Tidor, you do not have to do that, my guy, but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. We're 9 months away from Christmas, so I appreciate it. Christmas, of course, being October 25th, 6 months away, obviously. Nah, Galley becomes best friends with all the Habs young core, and they all get traded for a 7th. That is a good point. I mean, who doesn't like playing with themselves? The Suns, that is a very good point. That is a very good point. I'm sure Galley does enjoy that. But yeah, Romanov shoves Marchand down behind the net. 50 seconds into the game, it's called as a cross-check. Habs with a really good job turning the puck over. Byron has a near scoring chance, but Habs with a good job killing it off. 1-for-1 on the PK tonight. Yeah, John, I will keep my wish list updated. Funny enough, I keep forgetting to update it. So I'm actually Harry's favorite person to play with, Harry Rice. Yes, Darkness, yes. I'm actually going to update it right after stream, I think. So I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to open my wish list in the background. But thank you, John. So, Dom, Harry gets close to me every night. Yes, I do, Dom. Yes, I do. Also, closing my wish list probably would not be a good idea. Probably would not be a bad idea. Or probably would be a bad idea to close it. But yeah. Also, speaking of Domi, it's just me he gets traded every 2 years. 2018 traded to Habs. 2020. 2018 traded to Habs. 2020 traded to Blue Jackets. 2022 traded to the Canes. He's probably going to, I mean, to be fair, he's a UFA at the end of the year, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. I made Oreos with homemade cream. Thank you, Dom. I appreciate it, my guy. Bruins had a good shot on Allen. Good stop there. Habs are causing some turnovers. Anderson nearly created a scoring chance. Drouin nearly found was nearly found in front of the net, but the puck just got poked wide at the last second. Shannon had a very nice deke around Howlett to avoid a hit. I want to say it was Eric Hula. He was really impressing me tonight. He really impressed me. Kane's depth is scary. I'm not impressed by the Canes on Suns. I'm impressed with Florida's depth. Their depth is incredible. Kane's depth doesn't impress me. Until Domi starts performing in the playoffs, it doesn't impress me. It really doesn't impress me. I'll be 100% honest. I think Domi will be a great acquisition for the Canes. Oh, I don't know about that. Lucas. I don't know about that. Canes suck. I agree, John. Bob, I heard a rumor that Harry likes to play with Rubik's Cube. Any truth to that? Is Rubik here to confirm or deny? Yes, I believe he is. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot I had the Turtle Beach headset on my wish list. I put the John Lennon glasses. I forgot about that. What else did I put on my wish list? I feel like I put a few things, but no, I did not. Interesting. But goddamn. I'm glad our relationship went to the next level after we played Mario Galaxy. Yes, it did, Dom. I'm very happy about that too. Leafs can bear Canes, in my opinion. They probably could, John. They probably could. Yeah, it's weird, NCA. It's funny. It's pretty funny, honestly, how that happens. But yes, Bob, I do like to play with Rubik's Cube. Indeed, I really do. The Bruins were turning the puck over as the Habs pressured. We looked pretty good. Then Paul Byron gets robbed by Jeremy Swayman off a turnover behind the net. Great counter, and yeah, Habs just with a really good chance, and Byron gets robbed. What a save. Byron then gets cross-checked and no penalty is called. There was a Bruins player that barely missed a wide-open net on a rebounded shot of his own. Is Jeff Goldblum's The Fly Blu-ray on your wish list? No, it is not, Bob, but I probably could play it. Probably could play it. Yes, I'll play the movie right now. I'll see how much it is. It was a really good movie. The DVD is $46. Holy shit. The Fly 2 is somehow only $20. Okay, The Fly on Blu-ray is only $12. That's actually pretty good. I'll put it on my wish list. That's actually a pretty good movie. You miss Chris Evans, a little bit stoicism. And Ken Hughes looks like Simeon from GTA. He kind of does. Poor Giordano, I guess he doesn't like winning in the playoffs. I guess so too, Suns, unfortunately. I wish he did like winning in the playoffs, but unfortunately, I guess he doesn't. But yeah, I'll put the Fly wish list on my Blu-ray. I'll do that. Yep, so there we go. It is officially on my wish list. And also there was a few other movies I wanted to put on my wish list. I'm gonna look for them while we're doing stream. I've been searching between yours and Kim's stream. Hell yeah, Cameron. I've been wanting to I was gonna watch Kim's stream. Funny, there was an issue because I woke up today. I forgot that Kim had delayed the podcast. I woke up at 8 a.m. by the way, boys. I woke up at 8 a.m. because trade deadline. But yeah, I woke up and then I saw in Kim's server around like 12. It was like, oh, podcast tonight. I was like, fuck, because I knew I was gonna miss it live, and I always love watching Kim's podcast live because it's in my opinion the best time to watch her podcast is when they're live. Afterwards, they're still fun, but I prefer live because it's just fun to talk in the chat. But yeah, so I was like, fuck, because I'm gonna be live. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm missing it. Left a like and watched part of it, but yeah, like I said, unfortunately, could not be there live. Okay, stop giving me like Day of the Dead. I want like the DVD, movies and TV. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, Cameron, I'm always there, my guy. Yeah, I'm always love watching Kim in the Crease. I was gonna say I love Kim, but that would have sounded very wrong. I love watching Kim's podcast. Great friend, by the way. This got very awkward all of a sudden. So let's just move on. Now that the Wild have a W goaltender that could go on a run, or Fleury sucks ass like he did in Chicago, and the Wild get cucked in round one. Suns, yes, will probably happen. Yes, I agree. Probably. How come you're wearing the red jersey? You should wear the white jersey. Marchand scored twice. NCAA. Because the Habs lost, unfortunately. I would have wore the white jersey, but the Habs lost, so I got to stick to my formula. I got to stick to the Krabby Patty formula. 2004. No, that's not the one I want. Let me look up. Guys, I've been trying to find a copy of Night of the Living Dead. And, like, I know it's, like, public domain, so I can just watch it on YouTube. But I want to get it on, like, DVD. Like, the original, not the 1990 remake. Night of the Living Dead animated. That sounds bad. I was going to say something else, but I decided not to. Oh, let's go. Cheapo DVD, only $6. Hell yeah, boys. Calling you now, she's going to raid us, unless she's in live. I don't think she's live, NZA. I was going to go raid Kim, actually, funny enough. If she's still live, I don't think she is. But if she was still alive, I was going to go raid her, actually. Because I was hoping to wrap this up by, 11. The Isles can only win a cup if Byron is on their team. He's the missing puzzle piece. I agree, Sandwich. I agree, my guy. I agree. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Just for fun, I'm going to add this really cheap-looking DVD from 2002, beautiful, of Night of the Living Dead to my wish list. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. No, I'm kidding, boys. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. Oh, my God. By the way, boys, I want to point out, damn. She's still alive? Hey, let's go, Cameron. Hell yeah. Okay, Harry, great show as always here tonight. Love the pace and the knowledge. Thank you very much, Bob. And, of course, the humor. Thank you, sir. Keep your stick on the ice. Bob, keep your stick on the ass. Keep your stick on the ass. Yes, keep the stick up your ass. Keep the stick on your right. Keep the stick on the ice. Keep your stick on the ice, my guy. Thank you very much, my guy. Enjoy yourself. Have a great night, Bob. Thank you for coming by, sir. And thank the rest of you boys for coming out for the stream. I appreciate it like always. Sorry, Bob. Yeah, that's my code for get the fuck out. Apparently, keep the stick up your ass. I mean, it's a sound way to protect the stick. It is a sound way to keep it warm. It is a very sound way to warm. If you ask me, not that I would know. I've heard it from people. Don't ask what type of people I talk to. I'm sorry. Habs then go to the power play. Marchand trips up Caulfield. They gotta call that, and they do. Habs get a few good looks, but they would nearly find Caulfield and Drouin, but there was man coverage not allowing the shots to get off. 0-4 on the power play tonight. That's on a different YouTube channel, Harry. Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry. Thank you, my guy. Thank you for correcting me. But right out of the box, it's Marchand and Howla on a 2-on-1. Allen makes the stop, and then the Bruins score. Puck goes down to the blue line. Connor Clifton with a slap shot. Peace out. Peace, Bob. Thank you for coming by, man. Much appreciated again. Thank you, my guy. Keep your stick on the ice. There we go. We got it that time. But yeah, Bruins scored, like I said. Connor Clifton with a slap shot. Gets tipped. And Marchand gets a wide open net as Armia was the one that lost. Marchand, I wish we would have traded him. And, yeah, even after what he does later, I still kind of wish we did. But, yeah, Marchand, the wide open net, 1-0 Bruins lead. Canadiens tried to get out of their own zone. Marchand nearly got 2 in a minute. Habs couldn't get out of their zone. The Bruins were staying all over us. There was about a minute and a half maybe where the Habs could not get out of their zone, and I thought it was going to be 2-0 really quickly. But then Bruins would go to the power play again. David Savard gets called for tripping. Just got the stick into Marchand's skates. It's a legitimate penalty. Bruins pressured hard. They got some shots, but were not able to extend the lead. They were 2 for 2 in the PK tonight. Habs then had a few small moments of pressure as Bruins kept the puck. Canadiens then gave Bruins some trouble as they were trying to even it up. Then Anderson off a turnover right in front. Great save by Swayman. Canadiens had another good look trying to lure the Bruins into like kind of a false sense of security. Caulfield got leveled into the corner. Final minute, Habs pushed. They nearly found Pitlick for a tying goal. That is of the Rem variety. Pitlick is still NCAA. We can't beat Bruin because it's not the playoffs. In the playoffs, they're our bitch. Yeah, they're our bitch. The regular season, we just can't beat them because it's like, game doesn't really matter. Just, whatever, pretty much. So the shots are 12-9 Bruins, and it is 1-0 Boston into the second period. Nosek gets a good wraparound in the opening seconds, leads to some Bruin chances. Habs them back the other way, pressure. Drouin gets on a breakaway, and he gets hooked. There's no call because it's Drouin, and the refs don't like French people apparently. Pizzetta then with a great hit against on a Bruin, crushes him against the boards. There's some more push for the Canadiens. Caulfield nearly scored and set up Suzuki. Bruins then pressured. They were looking big time for the 2-0 lead. Then there's a delayed penalty on the Bruins as Pizzetta gets taken down. I don't know what happened. It kind of looked like he was speared. But we score. David Savard in his first game back in the lineup. Second goal of the year from Romanov and Byron. What a goal. Forehand, backhand, top shelf. 1-1 tie game. Absolutely beautiful. And Zay, I agree. It is going to be weird to see Lehkonen with the Habs jersey. And, yeah, it's going to be funny seeing how Lehkonen and Anderson address it. Sandwich, I don't get how the voting is so close. In my opinion, I think it's pretty damn well or like gangbusters to the max, in my opinion, on those. on those trades. I think we made out like gangbusters in the trade deadline, in my opinion. I think we easily won the trade deadline. Suzuki nearly found Caulfield for a good one-timer. Bruins then back the other way, convert on 2-on-1. Habs have pressure, and it works because Nick Suzuki draws a hooking call against Matt Grzelcyk. Hoffman gets several really good one-timer chances, especially one that just gets tipped wide. Joel Armia almost shot on a wide-open net. Suzuki found some slot chances, but there was nothing. 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Savard nearly scored again. It's a wide-open net, but Swayman making a snow angel, able to cover up the puck. Habs almost had the 2-1 lead right there. Yes, Lucas Miller, the weirdest one. Yes, it's going to be Claude Giroux. Flyer for literally 1,000 games. And, it's going to be really weird seeing Claude Giroux in a Panthers jersey. Probably not for another 1,000 games. Probably just a hunch. But, it's going to be really weird seeing Giroux in a Panthers jersey. I'm hoping he plays his first game on Thursday because that would be really, really sick to see him playing there then. Canadiens then evened up the shots. We're almost evening up the shots, sorry. Caulfield had a nice fast shot, just went wide. Then the Habs went to the PK. Sorry. Romanov gets called for tripping. I didn't like that one. I'm surprised Getzlaf wasn't moved. I think it's because Getzlaf has a no trade clause or no movement clause. And Getzlaf has said he wanted to retire as an Anaheim Duck. He didn't want to go anywhere else. So he said that last deadline. Apparently, the Habs were interested in getting Getzlaf to reunite him with Perry on like the fourth line, but he did not want to leave Anaheim. So if he doesn't retire this year and he resigns in Anaheim, don't expect him to leave next year either. And this time I mean it. Hell yeah, Jacob. Hell yeah, my guy. But yeah, Romanov gets called for tripping because he kind of misses on a hip check and ends up getting the guy anyways. So, yeah. From Jesse Green, you're on Twitter. Dadonoff's 10 trade list. 10-team no trade list. He has to be submitted. He has to be traded 10 times before his contract expires. Dadonoff's 10-team no trade list was supposed to be submitted by July 1st, 2021, 7 days before the Sens traded him to Vegas. Not sure where things were lost. Rather, and then there's going to be a follow-up, I'm sure. But very interesting. Very interesting. Bruins pressured. Edmondson loses his stick and pushes Bruin out of the way to retrieve it. That would end up being Taylor Hall. Rather, he submitted it to Ottawa and never got to Vegas or what. I'm also not sure how the NHL will rule. Gabriel, this is interesting. I'm wondering. Here's the thing. If, say, Dadonoff was good to go for tonight. Say somehow Dadonoff went to Anaheim and he was playing in their lineup. Say they had a game at 7 o'clock and Anaheim was able to dress him. Say Vegas to Anaheim. Say it's only like an hour drive for whatever, and he drives down there and whatever. What if would Anaheim had to have pulled him from the game until the trade gets resolved? Would they have been able to play him? What's up, It's Vegas. If Vegas wanted him to go, he'll go. I don't know about that, Jacob. I bet a lot of people with a no-trade list have Montreal on it. Just, sandwich. I mean, who knows? Who knows? We're a contending team probably. So, we'll see. I think the Kulak trade is really underrated. Yes, we got him for 2 HL players and then get exactly a second, a replacement player, and a 7 for free. Exactly, Jacob. I love that Kulak trade. Massively underrated. I get what some Oilers fans are saying it's a W because he immediately becomes their second-best defenseman. But I just find it really weird. William the Hamburger in Montreal, his stint may have been as short-lived as Yager with the Stars or Jokinen with Edmonton, LA, Columbus, Vancouver in 17-18. Hell yeah. Exactly. His impact will never be forgotten. Andrew Hammond, the greatest Montreal Canadiens goaltender of all time, as he is the only goaltender in Habs history to go undefeated. Don't bother checking that fact. That is a legitimate fact. Of course, now not many people want to go to the last place team. Well, Lucas, yeah, this season, yeah, but sure. In 3 seasons, they'll want to come to Montreal. Believe me, they will want to. But yeah, Habs go to the PK. Romanov gets called for the tripping. Edmondson pushes Hall out of the way. And then Jake Allen robs Brad Marchand. Gotta go. It's late. Remember, hey, Cameron, keep your stick on the ice, my guy. Thank you for coming by, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. But yeah, Jake Allen robs Brad Marchand with a glove save. 1.5 seconds left. That would have been a goal if Allen had just said, hey, fuck it, time's running out. and didn't bother to make the save. That's going in. But what a save. We need to build a status right fucking now. Oh, a statue right fucking now. And we should give him an ovation when he returns. You know he's a legend when he gets a thank you post. Exactly, NCA. Did Andrew Hammond get a thank you post? I didn't even see that on the Habs Twitter. That is beautiful if he got a friggin' thank you post. That is hilarious. I've never seen a bottom feeder get so much fan support. If anything, this encourages player to come. Support no matter what. Only for exactly, Jacob. Exactly. Like, not to call Pizzetta a bottom feeder, but for, like, in terms of respect. Well, technically, no, respect, because, like, the grinders will not get the most respect from the Habs, from the fan bases. But, you know, say, in levels of, like, skill, Pizzetta's probably on the lowest level. He still he's loved by the fans. Like, and I've grown him this season. He's a guy who gets his nose dirty. He's a guy that hits. Him and Romanoff, they're the guys that hit. They have a little bit of offense to them. Really like Pizzetta. I think he's a good fourth liner. And yeah, exactly. It encourages players to come no matter what. We support them. Like, sure, here's the thing. I'll criticize David Savard and Jeff Petrie. That doesn't mean that I don't want them to do good. Like, I'd love if fucking Jeff Petrie and David Savard could do great. You know, I'd love if David Savard was a really good defenseman and Jeff Petrie was on pace for another 40, 50-point season. Yeah, I'd love that. They're having bad seasons, so I'm going to criticize them, you know? Oh, but yeah, exactly, Jacob. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense because we're a bottom feeder team. I've heard that phrase before. Thank you. But still, exactly. A bottom feeder team, I've never seen it get so much support, exactly. And especially after replacing the head coach, instead of just being like, yeah, all right, we're dead. Guys, just go out there, do whatever. We'll come up next year or whatever. Instead, now it's like, all right, hey, so what are we going to do? Let's go out there. Let's kick some ass. I love that. Bird, we ended up, I'm going to go through these trades real quick. We traded Brett Kulak to the Edmonton Oilers for William Legason. Last season, though, you said Petrie have my kids. Stoicism, did I? I heard CDNs get #1 pick. I heard Canadiens get #1 pick. John Tito, I'd love that. But Bird, we ended up trading, I should say, Jeff Petrie. I wish. Brett Kulak to the Oilers for a defenseman, William Legason. He's 25 years old. A conditional 2022 second, which if Edmonton sends that 2022 second to Chicago per the Duncan Keith trade, Montreal instead gets their 2023 second. So either way, we're guaranteed a second. We got a 2024 seventh out deal too. We traded Artturi Lehkonen to the Avalanche for Justin Barron, a former first-rounder, 20-year-old defenseman. Looks incredible. Should be a great top-four defenseman. And a 2023 second-round pick. So 2 trades, 2 second-round picks. And then we traded Andrew Hammond to the Jersey Devils to get him some time just for a project player, Nate Schnarr. Could end up being a decent third liner, a decent middle six option, according to what people have said. So, yeah. Stoicism, yeah, exactly. I had a feeling I didn't say that. I had a feeling. So, yeah. Shots at the end of 40 minutes are 28-25 Bruins. It is a 1-1 tie game after 40 minutes. You also love how Hughes never backed down. He said a first for Lehkonen, wasn't getting it, and when Colorado was desperate, they ended up paying it. Exactly. I mean, yeah, same for Kulak, but it's Edmonton. Exactly, Jacob. Like, here's the thing. I was on Hot Take Hockey stream today. I don't know if you guys can still, like, hear me all right. I'm hoping you can. I was on Hot Take Hockey stream, not, like, on his stream, but I was in chat. And when it was confirmed, not confirmed, but it was like, oh, hey, Brett Kulak's probably going to Edmonton. I was like, holy shit. Ken Hughes has to be getting a second. You know, Jeff Gordon and Ken Hughes have to be getting a second because of what they said. They're not willingly looking to trade. They will listen to offers, but they're not going to willingly shop anybody. John Tito, yeah, it sucks. I don't like how you're banned on John's channel either. I hate that. But yeah, I love that. They didn't back down. They ended up getting the second where they wanted for Kulak, and they ended up technically getting the first round or equivalent player to what they wanted, and I love that. And they got a fucking additional second-round pick. How can you not love these trades for the Canadiens? But yeah, so third period, Habs had a good job killing off the penalty. We looked pretty good. And then we scored. Joel Armia shorthanded on a 2-on-1, on a 2-on-0 breakaway. Brad Marchand, as he is trying to set up on the power play, gives the puck right to Joel Armia, comes speeding down with Christian Dvorak, takes the shot himself, and unassisted, Joel Armia gets his 4th goal of the season. What a goddamn beauty What a beauty. And yeah, what a beauty of a goal. I didn't put any of the I didn't do any of the stats for this game. So I'm gonna do them real quick, boys. I'm sorry. But yeah, beauty, absolute beauty of a goal. And yeah, very, very happy with how Armia has done his last 2 games, even though I do still wish that we would have traded him at the deadline. I'm banned on Sportsnet too. Defended Don Cherry. Oof, John Teeter. That fucking sucks, my guy. I was expecting Broberg or Holloway back. Jacob, understandable, man. For a second I was like, oh, what if Holloway's involved? Like, here's the funny thing, guys. I wanted Ty Tulio. I really wanted Ty Tulio involved. Like, I was in John's chat and I was almost like freaking out, like, holy shit. Oh my god, there's maybe a chance Habs get Ty Tulio because I really like him. He's the All-Star Generals captain in the OHL. Really like what he brings to the table. I think he would be a really, really good player to pick up for the Canadiens. But yeah, so I was kind of sad that we didn't get back Ty Tulio. I probably would have rather him instead of Legason, even if it means you get rid of that 7th, for example. But yeah, I'm happy about that. So yeah. Funny story, 2 years ago I saw fake news on Instagram that Lehkonen was traded to Colorado. How ironic. And yeah, I was stupid enough to believe it. Yeah, exactly. And now he's actually gone to Colorado. That's really funny, NZA. Biggest L of the day. Oh god, Gabriel hosted the trade deadline on Sportsnet. Oh my god, Gabriel. Jesus Christ. I thought we'd get Holloway. Tom was included. Stoicism, yeah. That maybe could have happened, maybe. Exactly, Jacob. Marchand did his best Galchenyuk impression. Gravitas' reaction to trade sounds so fake. Sandwich, yeah. Yeah, it does, my guy. I agree. I was disappointed yeah, Lucas, exactly. I'm happy to see him get goals in back-to-back games. I'm happy to see him doing good late in the season. Somewhat late into the season. We're getting late into the season. Because then it's upping his trade value for the offseason. Like, hey, look, this dude had a, say, hopefully 4-game goal streak. He's a little streaky, but he always gives it his all. And that's going to be willing to take that on. So, yeah, I like Armia. I want him to do good, but I want to trade him, Likewise, Gabriel, I don't know, man. I should be on Sportsnet over that piece of shit. If clickbait wasn't the thing, Gravitas would be homeless. I couldn't agree more, my guy. Couldn't agree more. 3 for 3 on the PK tonight. Habs get some more chances, and then Sheneman rings it off the post. Almost made it 3-1 very early on. That is one that is going to haunt Sheneman. Bruins then caught the Habs out there. Romanov was on the ice for about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yes, Sandwich, exactly. Hockey Guy should have been on Sportsnet. I agree. So Hockey Guy would have been an awesome analyst on Sportsnet, in my opinion. Yeah, Habs then caught the Bruins with a bit of a long shift afterwards. Grav used to be way better. He said, Lucas, I have a hard time believing that Grav used to be way better. I have a very hard time believing that, honestly. Anderson that had a burst of speed. There was near a chance for him. Bruins pressured, trying to get the tying goal. Bruins would then go to the power play. Anybody know why my shoulder's burning whenever I move it? Haven't worked it out for a week, and it's been burning for 2 days. Jacob, I don't know. Maybe I think it's just maybe because you haven't worked out and your shoulders is getting sore because it's used to working out. That's what I'd assume personally. Grav always clickbait. He's never changed. Exactly, Sandwich. I agree. Not way better, but less corny. Yeah. I mean, he might have been less corny, but he's still pretty goddamn bad, my guy. Hey, Nick, how's it going, sir? Windy City Hockey, how's it going, my guy? You need to walk, John. I do, man. I do need to walk. I'm getting fucking fat. Well, I'm getting more fat, I should say. I need to walk, my guy. Bruins going back to the power play yet again. Caulfield. Gets called the guy with bad back. Oh, yeah. He deserves a humbling by Harris in a boxing match. I agree, Sandwich. Long day after all the deadline stuff. I agree, Nick. A very long day after all the deadline stuff, indeed. Walking cures back pain. Thank you. I'm sure it does, my guy. Some guy named Tree just DM'd me on Discord. Trade me writer. I'm from same town as him. Okay, cool. Bye. Yeah, Randy. Long day indeed, my guy. Very long day watching the Indians just dominate the trade deadline. Nick, thoughts on the Fleury trade? Thoughts on that Fleury trade? Because goddamn, that was the only thing the Blackhawks did. Surprisingly, I thought they were going to move Calvin DeHaan. Very surprised they didn't, my guy. How are you interested in that? But Sandwich again, yeah, fucking I'll box fucking Graviton whenever he wants. My guy fucking hook me up with a date. Lucas Miller, the Discord link is in the description. However, I have 2 Discords. I have my main Discord, which is the one that's in the description, and I have my Sim League Discord, which is a wait, what the fuck? Why am I doing this? Which is a Discord that I do a NHL general manager mode on, basically, and it's pretty fun. Ryan Carpenter. I forgot about that. Ryan Carpenter for 5th. I forgot about that, my guy. That is the link I just put in the chat is the Sim League Discord. Yeah, the Hawks did also move Ryan Carpenter. I forgot about that. Thank you, Darkness. We'll see how Fleury does. Do you think Fleury will retire at the end of the season? No, Randy. I think he plays 1 more year. I think it depends on how the Wild do. If the Wild win the Cup, I think he's done. If they're out in the 2nd or 1st round, I think he stays. In a hypothetical comparison, what's longer? Graviton's attempted long hair bull cut, or Harry's the fuck plan is that? Or Harry's eggplant. My eggplant all the way. Fight Graviton, loser deletes their channel. Well, that'd be unfair because Graviton would just have to delete his channel then. Yes, Randy, Fleury is a UFA at the end of the year. Hey, Anthea, don't worry about it, my guy. Enjoy yourself, sir. Wow. Dadonov's trade is officially an NHLPA issue. Dadonov is adamant that his no trade clause Anaheim on it was filed on time. I saw it happening now. I hope the Flower and Wild make it to the Western Conference Finals. Yes, that second becomes the first. Exactly, Nick. I agree, my guy. I agree 100%. I hope that. Yeah, Randy, time to slick the hair, my guy. I'm loving the slicked hair. Hell yeah. Who is Graviton? A Habs fan? He's a fake Habs fan. He makes a lot of really bad clickbait videos. Really lazy, repeats information that just everybody else says. Puts other people's names in the tags of his videos. So, yeah, puts other YouTubers' names in the tags of his videos to get more clicks. And is just overall a really bad content creator. The Panthers are better than the Leafs. Wolverine, yeah, I agree, 100%. The Senators didn't tell the Knights about Dadonov's no trade clause. Really, Gabriel. So the Senators just traded Dadonov to Vegas, being like, hey, yeah, so yeah, Dadonov is, Dadonov, yeah, he's free, yeah, send him over. Like, wow. Yeah, I'll box Graviton and Drew Deeks. I'll fucking box them out. I'll box them fucking all in one night. Hey, Randy, thank you, my guy. Good night, Randy. Much appreciated, my guy. Yes, Jacob, he's eager. I love it. Oh, imagine being such a disaster of a franchise that a player is fighting to stay away, even when you can play with zebras. Play with zebras. Well, here's the thing, Jacob. It's because Dadonov wants to win. It's not that he doesn't like Anaheim, I don't think. I think it's that he wants to win. Bird, Habs for life. Hell yeah, my guy. Classic Vegas screwing over players. Well, this case, it's Ottawa. So, oof. Darkness, thank you, my guy. Harry should have been hired by Sportsnet. I agree. The only issue is the Sim League would have had to have been put on hold then, most likely, which is very unfortunate, and I don't like that. No, I don't want to set up an event. Thank you very much. Humphrey, thank you for coming by. Hump straight. Oh, that was pure Elliot Friedman. Thank you, Gabriel. I'd love updates. And when the stream's done, if you can update me like in the general chat and Discord, that would be appreciated. Well, Jacob, it's not that he wants to stay in Vegas. He doesn't want to go to Anaheim. He has a better chance of making playoffs in Vegas than in Anaheim. Make a Graviton diss track? Huh? Who knows? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying. Lucas Miller joined the diss. Hey, Humphrey. Thank you, my guy. Yes, this. My Pepsi almost dropped. That would not have been good. I would have been sticky. Well, even more sticky than I am right now. But thank you, Humphrey, for joining the Sim League. Thank you for joining the Discord. I appreciate it. But, yeah, Darkness, Sim League goated, especially the Florida Panthers, I agree. Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, Teemu Selanne, Shea Weber, Berta Luongo, Carey Price. Oh, we're stacked, boys. We're going to win a goddamn cup. Artemi Panarin, Panthers legend. Yeah. Yeah. And a Drew Deeks diss track? I mean, a sandwich. I'm not going to say anything, but be on the lookout eventually. Be on the lookout. That's all I'm going to say. Habs had pressure. Allen was incredible. Several amazing saves for him. He's been incredible all night. Armia and Byron had near breaks for the Canadiens. They looked good. 4 for 4 on the PK tonight. Pizzetta then gets down by a puck on the PK. No whistle went. Harry, you shouldn't have said it. Oh, fuck, Darkness. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, my guy. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm probably not going to win a cup now. God damn it. I'm selling. By the way, Darkness, Roberto Luongo's on the block, actually. I feel like that close-up of you doing the let it happen for a boss. Oh, my God, it should be sandwich. Holy shit, it should be. Rematch? Oh. For a Boston Leafs rematch should be a meme. I agree, sandwich. It should be. Yeah, I agree, Jacob. Yeah, I agree. I feel bad for whoever lets the Leafs win a goddamn round. It should be Tampa. That'd be fucking hilarious if it's Tampa. And then Toronto just gets swept by Florida the next round. I'd honestly love to see that. I'll be 100% honest. But yeah. So yeah, no whistle goes until Allen covers the puck. So yeah, I don't like that because they usually blow the whistle immediately when a player's down and doesn't get up after like 2 seconds. Yeah, refs kind of fucking blew it there. Literally, because they blew their whistles, but they literally blew it. And then I put Jake Allen as Carey Price 2.0, single-handedly keeping this game 2-1. He makes 4 or 5 incredible chances, especially on a 2-on-1 that he just barely robs Marchand on with the toe pad pretty much. Great chances, keeps this 2-1. Yes, either Tampa or Carolina, both are shitty organizations. I agree, Jacob. Me too, I agree. Then there's some back and forth. Both teams trying to get shots, but it was really defensive at that point. DeBrusk then gets rocked by Edmondson. He went right to the bench. He would come out for his final shift, though. Pizzetta would also come back on these, by the way. Dauphin had an amazing hit on one of the Bruins. They didn't like that. They'd go after him. No penalty called. Yes, exactly, Sandwich. I remember we were down 3-1. Leafs fans, oh, it's too easy, my guy. Too easy. We gave you that first game. Gentleman sweep. And then it's just like, bitch, it was too easy for us. We had to let you win 3 first. You know? Daddy Paul fucked up the plan. We were going to let you win the first 3. And I find it funny that, Leafs fans are like, oh, it's too easy. We don't need Tavares to beat you. And now it's like, oh, if Tavares was in that series, we would have swept. Oh, if Muzzin was in that series, we would have swept. It's like, no. No, you wouldn't have, my guy. No, you wouldn't have. But yeah, and then the Bruins tie it up. Connor Clifton gets the 2-2 tying goal. Petrie can't play defense, is not able to find Connor Clifton coming down the wing. And yeah, speaking of no penalty call, Jacob, we're about to get to that, my guy. We are literally right about to get to that. Both teams playing back and forth in the dying minutes. There wasn't much craziness. And then with 17 seconds left, Jake Evans has the puck. Well, about 20 seconds left. Jake Evans has the puck, dumps it around, and then gets held up against the boards, preventing him from going after the puck. Gets held up by McAvoy. No interference penalty. McAvoy dumps Evans. Evans holds on to his leg for a second, and then they both fight. Or they both have a little bit of a tussle, throw a punch each. So they both go off for roughing. I'll admit, it's smart of Evans to at least get McAvoy off the ice, but it should have been a Habs power play. It should have been a Habs power play. That is something, in my opinion. It should have been a Habs power play. I mean, it was still McAvoy because it gets their best defenseman off the ice. I agree, Lucas. It was really funny to humble their fans for, but yeah, their fans deserve it. They've been through 50+ years of shit. They honestly do deserve to get out of the first round at least. They really do. But yeah, Jacob, I don't get how McAvoy didn't get an extra 2. It was bullshit. Shots, and keep in mind, guys, you guys are probably, some of you guys might be new here and hearing me blame the refs. I don't do this that often. I will mention when refs like miss calls, but this is one of like maybe 4 times, maybe if that I've actively blamed the refs for a loss. It was like this game, the game against the Blackhawks, the game against the Senators, the game against the Blackhawks when the goal was like really offside and that was just a no goal. Or it should have been a no goal. The game where Galley got his goal called back because Forsberg bumped into him, and that would have won this game. I think it was like 6 seconds left in regulation. And then there's one other game that I blame the refs for the loss. I forget what it was. I blame the refs very seldomly. For some reason, I remember when I blame the refs. But yeah, exactly. Yes, it was Chris Lee games too. Exactly. You can pretty much blame the refs in any Chris Lee game or Dan O'Rourke, because fuck Dan O'Rourke. So the shots are 44-28. Bruins tied 2-2 into overtime, and the Bruins win. They win the opening faceoff. It's turned over. Nuki and Caulfield get shots, but they go wide. Back the other way, Marchand gets loose, and because Petrie doesn't know how to defense, Brad Marchand dekes out and puts the puck in the back of the net. So the Bruins win 3-2 in overtime because Jeff Petrie fucking sucks. You should have traded him today, Kent Hughes. I love you, but god damn it, you should have gotten rid of our worst defenseman. Final shots are 45-28 for the Bruins. So in the third period and overtime, we got a combined 3 shots and almost 1. Bruins are really bad. But yeah, and again, 3-2 overtime loss to the Boston Bruins. That kind of sucks. Bird, I'm a fan of Jake Evans too. I really like Jake Evans. I think he's a really good third, fourth line center. Really good defensively. Really, really smart mind of the kid. I really like him. I think he's going to be a really good third line center for the Canadiens. Good on the PK. Great defensively. Love him. Really big fan of him. So yeah, guys, I'm going to start getting ready to get out of here. My throat is dying a little bit, and I want to rest it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is go through the stats, get through the outro, and, of course, answer any questions that you guys have left or any comments. And, yeah, Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 17 goals, 28 assists, 45 points. Cole Caulfield has 13 goals, 18 assists, 31 points. Artturi Lehkonen, who is no longer with the team, as I keep getting to mention, has 12 goals, 16 assists, 28 points. Ben Pitlick has 12 goals, 15 assists, 27 points. Josh Anderson has 15 goals. Josh Anderson has 15 goals, 10 assists, 25 points. Mike Hoffman has 12 goals, 11 assists, 23 points. Tyler Toffoli, who's no longer with the team, had 9 goals, 14 assists, 23 points with us. Jonathan Drouin, who's no longer hurt, had sorry, just a second. We got rid of. Oh no, yeah, those are the only 2 guys who got rid of the deadline. But Jonathan Drouin had 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points. Jake Evans has 7 goals, 12 assists, 19 points. Bird, I don't know if I would hard to say Jake Evans should be captain, but I like Jake Evans. I like him. He's a good kid. He'd be a good alternate in my opinion. But Jake Evans has 7 goals, 12 assists, 19 points. Chris Weidman, 2 goals, 15 assists, 17 points. Ben Sherratt, who is no longer with the Canadiens, had 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points. Christian Dvorak had 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. Brendan Gallagher, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. Jeff Petrie, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. Ryan Poehling, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Brett Kulak, who's no longer with the team, has 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Joel Armia with 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. David Savard, 4 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. Michael Pezzetta has 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. Laurent Dauphin and Alex Romanoff, each with the exact opposite, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Paul Byron has 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Corey Shenneman, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Sami Niku, 5 assists. Matthew Perreault, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Jesse Leon and Kel Clegg, each with a goal and an assist for 2 points. Cedric Paquette with 2 assists. Lucas Vedemo, Raphael Harvey-Pinard, each with a goal. And Adam Brooks, who's no longer with the team. And Joel Edmondson with an assist. Michael Pezzetta has 4 fights. Hey, Jack, I'm sorry, man. You're late. Yeah, man, I'm really sorry. You're coming by right when I'm finishing with the stats. Alex Romanoff, Chris Weidman, and Josh Anderson each have 3 fights. Laurent Dauphin, Brett Kulak, Brendan Gallagher all had 1 fight. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for coming out. My name is Harris. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes, but not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harris. Subscribe to the Puff Club, subscribe to the Hazy Club, subscribe to the Club, subscribe to the D Nation. If you're a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for moderating any comments, any streams, and the rating videos. It is much greatly appreciaed. Links in the description on the Amazon wish list, the PO Box, and the PayPal, the Discord, the Twitch, the Speedrun, and the Letterboxd are all in the description as well. Please check them out. Much greatly appreciated. Thoughts? Sorry, boys. Thoughts on possibly signing Forsberg in the offseason? As long as it's not for too much term, I'm fine with it. If it's like a 4 or 5 year deal, because I think he's like 28, I wouldn't mind it potentially. It also depends on the cash that he'd be getting paid. I would like to have a little bit of salary cap. Like I said, it depends on how much Philip Forsberg would be getting paid by the Montreal Canadiens. I am a fan of it, though, even though I would much rather Johnny Hockey if he makes it to free agency, which I do think he could. Yeah, guys, that's going to do it. My name is Harris, and I am out. Stay classy, boys. Out of Montreal, no matter how bad we are, like this year or how good we are like last year. Go, baby. My name is Harris, and I am out. Love you guys. Stay classy, boys. If you guys want to put in the chat last minute the Triple Heart Squad, that'd be much really appreciated. Love you guys. My name is Therese. Again, and I'm out. Love you guys. Stay classy, boys. See you in the future. Thank you guys for the 15+ likes, by the way. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye, guys. See you guys. Peace. Bye. Join the Discord, by the way.